Welcome to today's analysis of Chapter 3 of Charlotte Bronté's Jane Eyre. This chapter marks a pivotal moment in Jane's early life, rich with Gothic elements, symbolism, and foreshadowing. We'll examine Bronté's use of literary techniques and how they contribute to the novel's themes. So, let's begin. As we discussed in our video on Chapter 2 of the novel, after her altercation with John Reed, Jane is confined to the Red Room, a foreboding chamber where her uncle died. Overcome with fear, she experiences a hallucination or supernatural encounter, leading her to faint. Upon waking, she is examined by the apothecary, Mr. Lloyd, who suggests she be sent to school. Mrs. Reed seizes this opportunity to remove Jane from Gateshead, introducing Mr. Brocklehurst, the austere headmaster of Lowood School. Mr. Brocklehurst's brief appearance in Chapter 3 is crucial in establishing some of the novel's central critiques: religious hypocrisy and institutional cruelty. His interrogation of Jane reveals his cold, authoritarian nature. He demands subservience under the guise of Christian discipline. Notably, Brontë uses verbal irony when Brocklehurst describes Lowood as a place of humility and charity, which later proves, in fact, to be a site of deprivation and abuse. Bronté's creation of the Brocklehurst character is deliberately constructed to embody the Victorian misuse of religion and supposed morality to justify control, particularly over poor and orphaned girls. Even before Jane arrives, Lowood looms as a Gothic space of confinement and psychological torment. Brocklehurst's description of it as a place to purge sin suggests a monastic severity akin to medieval convents or prisons. From the point of view of literary themes and techniques, Bronté's reference to the foreboding and restrictive nature of Lowood aligns very much with the Gothic tropes of innocence persecuted, Jane as a sinful child, corrupt authority figures, Brocklehurst as a tyrannical villain, architectural oppression, cold, rigid school buildings replacing the Red Room's terror. Chapter 3 reinforces several key themes. Oppression and rebellion. Jane's confinement reflects Victorian constraints on poor women, children, and orphans. Religion and control. Brocklehurst's interrogation hints at the abuse of religious authority, a critique Brontë expands upon later. Resilience. Despite her trauma, Jane's questioning nature, "Why was I always suffering?" foreshadows her defiance in the face of harsh control. In summary, Chapter 3 of Jane Eyre is a masterclass in Gothic literature and psychological depth. Bronté's use of setting, symbolism, and narrative voice establishes Jane's struggles while critiquing societal injustices. For further analysis, keep in mind and consider how these elements recur in Jane's later experiences at Lowood. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.